Hi there, Stephen Cafaro with CC Stevens and Associates, better known to you as Dr. Static. Hey, today I'm going to talk about static mitigation and static control in industrial applications. We're talking web converting, injection molding, plastic converting, anything dealing with plastics that are going to have an extreme high propensity to generate static fields. How do those static fields get generated? It all happens through contact and separation. So anytime the material makes contact over an idle roller, injection molding, mold opens up and the plastic gets released from the mold, those are all opportunities for static charges to occur. Let me demonstrate that real quick. We utilize Scotch tape. It's a really good way of demonstrating plastic in that contact and separation. When I peel that tape from the roll, that contact and separation is going to cause a high static field. There's your process problem. There's where product sticks to your idle rollers, doesn't release when you're cutting or sleeving, sticks to the blade. This is what happens. I'll demonstrate that one more time for you. As I bring it close to a ground reference, that static field is looking for a ground reference. It's looking for some place to attract. So as we immediately create that contact and separation, that static field occurs, and then we have our sticking, jamming process issues. Quick solution is with ionization. We utilize the SIMCO ion static mitigation system. SIMCO is a worldwide leader in static mitigation since 1936. But just a quick pass of that insulator in front of a static eliminator will allow us to eliminate that sticking issue, that process issue, right? So it's simply applying that static mitigation tool, the static bar, ionizing blower, ionizing bar, in an application right prior to that sticking and process problem. The second quick demo I'll do is, again, utilizing that same contact and separation. That high static field that we're going to create becomes a processing issue for contamination and particle attraction. So again, the quick peel, you can see that high electrostatic field is just a magnet to particulate. So the only way to offset that and to mitigate that is to have proper ionization placed into your process to mitigate those high static fields. I'm gonna get the Scotch tape off my finger and go ahead and we're gonna do that same peel, get that high electrostatic field, boom. A quick pass in front of a SIMCO ion static ionizing bar mitigates that field and keeps our product clean. So those are just a couple ways in industrial markets that we can implement static mitigation to reduce those static fields, reduce process issues, and reduce contamination issues. And the third step of all that is what we call operator safety, operator shock. When those high electrostatic fields, not specifically on Scotch tape, but on large pieces of plastic with more capacitance, they have a propensity to take the high static field and then discharge to an operator, which becomes safety concerns. Now let's talk static mitigation. There's a lot of different ways to address that. Old school ways with the old legacy static bar, something that looks just like this. You might have some of these in your plant. These work great, but they give you zero feedback of what's going on with the static bar or any zero information on what's going on with your static fields in your process. They're also distant dependent. These need to be within 1 or 2 inches of your process. So with the SIMCO ion IQ system, either IQ Power, IQ Easy, or IQ Sensor, we can not only mitigate the static field without that distance dependency, anywhere from 2 inches to 8 inches away with the manipulation of that new technology, we can manipulate ions to get those further to our surface area to mitigate those fields. We can also measure static downstream or upstream from that static mitigator to allow us to know that our unit is working correctly and give us any maintenance issues that we might have downstream. That's a quick touch on just static mitigation in industrial applications. We are, again, static experts, semiconductor, medical device, food packaging, industrial applications. We are your source because we cover all those different areas and applications and have over 48 years of expertise in those fields. Feel free to reach us at our website, give us a call, or ask us any questions. Thanks for your time today.